Okay, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2014 live-action reboot. After Turtles 2 and 3, a reboot does make sense. This film, however, is the April O'Neil experience featuring Turtles. I'll go over what I liked about the characterization to begin with. The following characters are your main characters: Splinter, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, April, Shredder, Vern. Vern's a camera guy. The characters that I thought they did a really good job on: Raphael, Leonardo, Vern. Shredder, loved the design. With the, essentially giant robotic suit. With the exception of the knife Gatling gun, like forearm attachments, really didn't need those. Beyond it, the suit actually looked pretty decent. I thought they could have got away with a lot more with, again, a little bit less. This is a problem when Michael Bay is associated with film. You get a lot of pointless detail where they probably could have trimmed a little bit here, a little bit there, and it would have made a lot more sense from form aspect. All of the Turtles have their personalities jacked up to like 300. And it's like Michelangelo. Yep, he's kind of like your surfer douche. In the cartoons and the first of action, all the Turtles had personalities that felt real. These really do kind of feel like cartoons, brought to life. But even in the cartoon, they weren't this bad. Raphael and Leonardo, yeah, they don't get along. Raphael, headstrong, made sense. Leonardo, they got across his loyalty. So they did the least amount with those two characters when it came to dialogue. And they felt the most impressive. Michelangelo, almost everything, he's either hit on April O'Neil or some sort of like smart alecky quip. Or he farted. Splinter. I don't get why when you do a rat you have to do he needs more Asian. He totally needs a wicked Fu Manchu and the goatee. Totally needs the goatee. And I was like, he doesn't, a little bit would be fine, but a rat with essentially facial hair down to ZZ Top level? No, it's Splinter. It's not Sai from Duck Dynasty. Donatello. I think someone watched some Family Matters DVDs and they went, you know what? Steve Urkel with a turtle shell. That's Donatello. He's not just smart, he's obnoxiously annoying. And he's smart. What's her basic plot? Well, April O'Neil's a fluff reporter, so essentially April O'Neil is to journalism what Megan Fox is to acting. Well, one night she stumbles into the scene of, essentially a clip from Batman Begins, and then notices something. Takes a bunch of kind of grainy photos, takes it to her boss, Whoopi Goldberg, and is like, there's a vigilante fighting the Foot Clan, okay? I have a picture of a symbol, okay? And the guy, and whatever it was, he was throwing shipping containers. No one believes her. Because she sounds freaking crazy. As the film goes on, the way they tie her to the Turtles is just so bad. It was so over the top and so pointless. How did the Turtles learn ninjutsu? Book. At least in the first live action one, it was, you had the rat, Splinter, actually had a master that he watched for years. Didn't grab a book, flip through said book, and all of a sudden trains as superhuman-esque turtles in a very, very short amount of time, and they can then end up taking out essentially an army. In seconds. Design of the Turtles. From a distance, not bad. Up close, again, with the needlessly complicated. Every single square inch of the turtle has either got like a scratch or a scar or discoloration. Shells have got like scratches, scrapes, chunks missing out of them. It was like, you could have just done like some smooth spots on them here and there. You don't need to be like, should the turtles have, should the turtles, since they're kind of like fighting a guerrilla war, and we don't see them getting hit very often, should they have like scrapes and scratches like all throughout their bodies, like looking like Sabu? Sure, why not? Michael Bay's got some money into this. Throw as much CGI as you can into every single scene possible. The scene where they're fighting while going down like an avalanche. I kept on waiting for a cursor to pop up that said, like left and X. Like up and circle. And it just looked horrible. There's so much random crap going on. It's like, wow, this looks really bad. Looks like I'm watching a bad video game cutscene. Like PS2, PS3 era. Nothing that's perfectly seamless. Just, really poorly designed. Almost like GameCube. It's like, man. Comedy. Man, they tried. Oh, did they try. But again, geared towards kids who probably would laugh at like Michelangelo's party. The scene within the elevator, and they all kind of start becoming like the cast of Stomp, start dinging their weapons together. I think that one actually was a pretty decent scene. They're like, alright, we're in an elevator. And they cut back, and all of a sudden they're all kind of like just jamming, just killing time in an elevator. That made sense. Ending fight sequence was another one of those. Well, it's good that the turtles are superhumans, and oh, that's right, April O'Neil. Yeah. She went to the McLean School of Acting and surviving impossible falls and being thrown viciously into large hunks of metal. So all I'll say, this movie is fair. I got this from Netflix, and I put, my expectation was so low I hoped that the disc would work. Beyond the disc working, I was like, alright. At least it was like an hour and 40 minutes. The pacing was decent. It didn't feel like it really had any real slow points. It had bizarre moments of exposition that really weren't necessary. Some scenes, the reaction scenes felt like they probably went just a little bit too long. Like in an hour and 40, this movie could have been a really fantastic hour 30. They could have trimmed here, trimmed there. Films would make just as much sense, and it would have had a slightly better flow to it. All in all, this movie it's better than Turtles 2. It's so better than Turtles 3. But beyond that, I still say out of all these films, if you want to see a live-action Turtles film, the first one still holds up. Practical effects, a little bit of darkness to it, works well. They throw bits and pieces of comedy just to kind of lighten the mood, but beyond that, the first Turtles film is definitely by far the way to go out of all 4 Turtle films.